7, and we'll need to take a roll call.
Board Member Yankovic,
Present.
Board Member Doyle,
Yes.
Board Member Howe,
Here.
Board Member Lennox,
Here.
Board Member Springer,
Here.
Board Member Catlin, McClure, and Larkin are absent, and Chair Reagan.
Here. Make a motion we excuse the absences. Second? I'll second. Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Oh, thank you.
And we need to formally approve the agenda as presented. Okay, a motion for that.
So moved.
Okay, Cliff, is there a second? Doyle, and any discussion or changes to the agenda? None? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And now let's approve the minutes from the previous meeting for April 16th. So need a motion for that.
Make a motion that they be approved as submitted.
And second by Mike Springer. Any discussion or corrections? If none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And the treasurer's report.
Our current balance is $437,000. Most of our commitments have been met for the year. All of our revenue is in, so I believe we're going to end the fiscal year with a healthy fund balance, hopefully over the $400,000 mark.
Okay, any questions for Sue? Need a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved as submitted.
And is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Lennox, seconded by Springer. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Public comments for items not on the agenda. Moving to item 6, old business, downtown development plan. Any updates on that, Mark?
Not really, and I apologize. I've not been able since your last meeting to get back to it. Was trying to wrap up the city budget for the council and some other issues.
Okay. How about the South Monroe parking?
Just a little bit of an update. The last time I talked to you, I think we were looking at whether or not we could get the utilities in between the 16-foot off the back of the buildings and the Lowell granite property, and got an email on that, and it looks like it's going to take 32 feet off of the back of the buildings to locate the utilities. And so I've got to go back, and I've not measured it, but just kind of off the top of my head, I'm not sure that that means that there's going to be enough room. I want to go back and talk with the engineers and see if there's some alternatives to that. So
Because they have to be spaced out, or?
yeah. Part of it has to do with the laterals that come out of the buildings, and so they have to be a certain depth as part of the issue. But then sewer line has to be 10 feet away from the water line. But that may not be the case if you use a certain type of material, or there are some alternatives that you might be able to do that the DEQ would accept. And so I want to explore those alternatives with the experts and see if we can work something out.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Any comments?
No, Mark had asked me to measure to the foundation floor, to the Lowell granite foundation there, and that's 36 feet.
That's 36 feet.
And they have some steps that come down that take about 5 feet, that would bring that to about 31 feet off the back of the building.
Okay.
But there is, a majority of the properties there have already come out about 6 or 7 feet off the buildings already, like the Moose has a stairway that is 7 feet off the building.
Right.
And that's kind of where the existing curves are now, is at that 7-foot mark off the back of the building, which
Okay.
I'm not sure where the property line is, but that's kind of the boundaries that have been set in the past.
Right. And I think that's one of the issues, is we're not really sure where those boundary lines are and whether or not that's an alley. And that's sort of another part of the process, is that, if we're going to have to go to circuit court to quit claim that alley, let's just figure out where we want the property lines to be to do it all at once. So,
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. No action needs to be taken then, I assume? Just kind of an update. Okay. Anything that, Mark, that, DDA can do to expedite, I encourage encouraged us to, I think we talked about, some of what we don't control, such as, railroad title and how quickly that can be transferred, but, okay, moving on to new business. Porta potties, portable restrooms, that chamber item. Some people just want to get on camera too.
I know it. For such a glorious thing, too. Oh, well, I'm back again to ask for the porta johns for the flat river boat launch. And I think we've been doing it for a number of years, and it's more a courtesy thing for people who are in town. What are you looking at?
The microphone's not plugged in.
Oh, you can hear me, though, can't you?
I can.
Okay, all right.
The camera may not be able to, so.
Oh,
Your big moment is.
my big moment is locked. So anyways, we're looking for about $900. They'd start in May and end in October, usually there for 5 months. And it works out to about $900 over the season.
Okay, is there a motion for that? So.
Second.
Second. Okay, Mark, any discussion? My only discussion is, it's a lot cheaper than building something. So, and I don't know what plans are for, the old Riverside and the school, but that might change in the future too, but it's a lot less expensive than building something, so,
And it's just nice to have it.
yeah. All right.
And it is an item that you budgeted for too. It's
Okay.
in that worksheet that was on the back. I'm not sure you call that, but it's in that worksheet.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Next meeting? June? I don't have a calendar, but June. It'll be in June.
June, yeah, it would be in June.
And if there's not anything on the special on the agenda or anything that we need to meet for, I know if there's anything in South Monroe Park that is any action we need to take, but let us know. We do need a motion to adjourn.
Can we do member comments?
Pardon?
Can we do member comments?
Oh, sure, yeah. Member comments? Cliff?
I have none.
Okay.
I think it's great that we had this meeting just
Well, we're gonna maybe combine another thing into it if we can. This will be the last DDA meeting for, yeah. This will be the last DDA meeting for Dan Disjardin.
Oh, that's right.
Dan, as most of you know, has served the city of Lowell for 33 years. He's shaking his head because he doesn't want me to say any of this stuff, but it's worth saying. He's served the city of Lowell for 33 years, and he spent a majority of that time as the DPW director. Dan has done an outstanding job, in my opinion, in that capacity. He's been a terrific director. He's been a terrific leader of the team here at the city of Lowell. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank him for his service and thank him for the things that he's done for the downtown area. And on top of that, there will be a reception for Dan. He would not let us host a dinner for him, but there will be a reception on May 14th from 4 to 7, and everybody is invited. So please stop by and wish Dan a happy retirement. And Dan, thank you for your service.
We'll be at the chamber.
At the chamber, yes, at the chamber, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'd like to echo that too, my board comments. Appreciate all the work that you have done in the Arbor Board and any other boards that I've been on too. It's been very helpful and easy to work with. Super nice guy, so best of luck in the future too. Okay? And we need a motion to adjourn. Okay, is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? And stay here.
I didn't see.